Beautiful people, hi. Oh my gosh, it's been so hot in New York. Just recapping like the week. So from like Tuesday up until today, and today's Saturday, it's just been hella hot. It's been 100 degrees literally, like literally 100 degrees every day. People in New York, we're in the pools, we at the beaches, we at the hydrants. The firefighters there opening the hydrants for people. Like, it's hot as fuck. And we have been making the best of a crazy situation. You know, when it's hot like this, like people just want to be under the AC or in the cool weather. Well, not cool weather, but you know, like the pools, the beaches, like those types of things. Like, we don't want to just be in the hot. So there was a post and it said, this should prove to everyone that it is better to be in the freezing cold than in the heat. And I don't know if I can agree with that. I'd rather the heat actually than the freezing cold. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm a summer baby, even though I'm at the end of summer, because you know, summer ends September 21st or 22nd. My birthday is September the 11th. So it's still really nice weather. You know, it's like that weather that's going into the fall. It can still be really hot around my birthday. But it's normally like in the 70s, sometimes even the 60s, and it's really just nice weather. Cookouts, barbecues, it's 4th of July weekend. Everyone is doing something. There's literally something going on every single day. And I love it. I love that there is something going on, like barbecues and like beaches, pools, pool parties, stuff like that. Like, not your regular average party. I feel like that's shit we could go to all the time. Like, you know, so just this type of stuff, this is my type of thing. And I have like a crazy tan right now. The tan line actually like stops right here, and then like it's a little light right here on the boobage area. But I'm really dark everywhere else regardless. I was at the beach yesterday and I just had a great time. I hope you guys are enjoying your 4th of July weekend. You turning shit up wherever you're at, doing what you have to do, taking care of business. I know sometimes we can get really sidetracked too during the summertime because there's so much going on. Kids are out of school. Some people are out of work. We're vacationing. We're enjoying ourselves. We're enjoying the weather. But make sure that you handle business. Make sure that you do what you have to do, okay? But what I want to talk about today with the topic is, guys, I hit a year of consistent just YouTubing, podcasting, talking to you guys. I hit a year mark today, so I want to clap it up for myself. Me, I'm a self-motivator, so if nobody claps for me, I'm going to do that for myself always. I'm going to celebrate my accomplishments, my achievements, and I'm going to keep it going. But in the spirit of me making a year of weekly podcasting, so every week since last July 4th, I've been dropping something consistently every week. And this is long form content, not the shorts. I've actually been doing more of that too. But every week, Monday, 7 a.m., I drop something for you guys with a new topic and just talking to you guys, letting you guys know what's been going on with me. And I've been having fun doing it. I've been keeping up with it, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the content. But in the spirit of me making a year, what I do want to talk about is, it is amazing what a year can do. I feel like we underestimate how much can get done in a year. And as long as you put your mind towards what you want to do in life, I feel like you can do it. But even more importantly than that, I just feel like, think about where you were this time last year and where you are now, and either how much you've accomplished or what you may have not accomplished based on what you did or didn't do. So I just feel like me going from 0 subscribers to now having 300. So that means that I can't really do the math right now in my head, but I was just consistently gaining subscribers from the time I started my YouTube up until now. And I'm proud even of that small milestone of subscribers, but I've been having views. I've just been staying on top of it so that I don't lose my momentum and what I have going on. This time last year, from what I can remember, I was in Delaware not on this exact day, but on July 5th, I was in Delaware for my aunt's 4th of July cookout. She does like a big 4th of July cookout every year, and the whole family normally goes, but this year she didn't do it, but that's okay because those types of things are just like so much work. And I just remember the day prior to her having her cookout is when I started my YouTube channel, and what I can remember thinking to myself is just, Chanel, this is something that you want to do. This is something that could potentially turn into something, but regardless of that, just have fun doing it. And as long as you're having fun, everything else will fall in line if this is what God wants for you. So that's what I remember saying to myself. Just, I have those pep talks with myself, you know. Like I said, I'm a self-motivator, so whenever I'm about to embark on something, I have to constantly think about just forward movement and progression and where I want it to go, and not let anyone deter me. That's also why I don't really tell a lot of people about what I have going on until it's actually off the ground. Because I do believe that you should scale. Like, once you're doing something positive and amazing and successful, you should definitely let people know. You know, I feel like don't keep that under wraps. You should tell people, let people know the good things that you have going on with yourself, you know, because sometimes word of mouth is really powerful. Also, getting out there in the field, letting people know, like, oh, I have this going on. Like, maybe it's a product, or maybe it's something that you want people to just see. And sometimes you have to get out and mix and mingle and show people exactly what you have and what you have going on and what you're working with, right? Also, I trademarked the name for my lip gloss that I want to get off the ground. That took several months, so I want to clap it up again for myself, because I just feel like that's something else that I was working on simultaneously with my YouTube channel. And just, you know, life is lifing, so I just applaud myself as well for just maintaining everything that I have, being able to sustain a certain lifestyle for myself, being able to maintain my social life, all of my affairs that I have going on, be able to still, like I said, the social life part can be very hard because you want to hang out with your friends, but it's like if you're also carrying everything on your own, you have to handle your responsibilities. You have to make sure that that is getting taken care of. You know, those things come first before anything, you know. And sometimes I think to myself, like, oh man, if I had a child, like, how would I be able to care for a child and do everything that I'm doing? You know, I feel like everything is in God's timing. Some days just feel very heavy, so sometimes I think about that type of stuff, like, how would that go, you know? But maybe God is just saying to me, like, you're exactly where you need to be right now. Things are going good, you know, things are going good for me. Nothing is going bad from what I can honestly say. Like, nothing is going bad, except for when I have my overwhelming days. I've also been in therapy. I've been having crazy breakthroughs in therapy. I actually had a session where I did start tearing and crying. And if anyone knows me, I'm not really a very vulnerable person where I am going to cry in front of a bunch of people, or just people in general, like even my loved ones, people that care about me, that I care about. I have to be extremely comfortable. And I just feel like now with me getting older and getting a little bit more emotional with just certain things Um, I just feel like sometimes I can't hold back when I'm divulging certain information. It's like just those emotions come with it. But I was just happy that I was able to do that in therapy, that I was able to open up in that way. Shout outs to my therapist. I actually go in person. I am an in-person type of person when it comes to a lot. So with that, I just feel like I'm glad I made the decision to go in person. I was going online, and don't get me wrong, sometimes I still do online. My therapist is very flexible. Like she's not a person where, oh, if you see her in person, that's how it has to be moving forward. No, like she'll do in person, over the phone, like, you know, the video visit, however I want to do it. And I'm just appreciative of everything that I've been accomplishing, certain milestones, even generational curses that I've been breaking. You know, I feel like my parents and, you know, generation, maybe the generation before that, but more so like my parents' generation and that era, they really like lack accountability and like emotional maturity, you could say. Like they kind of lack that. And I feel like my generation did a good job with breaking those habits, being more emotional, opening up, saying exactly how we feel, taking accountability, and just doing things completely different, like polar opposites almost with that whole thing. So I'm really proud of us for that in our generation. Just whatever I've been wanting to do, and I kind of made that decision from last year. Like when I turned 33, I said to myself, Chanel, whatever you want to do, just do it, because you never know what's going to come from you doing the things that you want to do when you're scared. Because a lot of the times when we're scared, we hold back and we don't necessarily go for the things that we know that we want to do. And sometimes you just have to go for it, because on the other side of fear, there's just a lot of great things on the other side, you know? So sometimes you just have to go for it and jump and do it. Like, just do it, you know? So this was also something that I was a little bit nervous to do with just the YouTube, and just how sometimes I struggle with how people perceive me, and I want to make sure that I'm carrying myself the way that I want to be perceived, but also sometimes I don't care. I feel like my tribe will find me based on me just moving genuinely and unapologetically myself, like just moving that way. So this year has been a good one, I'm not gonna lie. Aside from my grandmother passing, I feel like this year has been pretty good. I feel like my best days are still ahead of me, I'm not gonna lie about that. So with that, I just look forward to the future, like I do. A lot of people have came and went, new people have came, they've been a blessing. And just Xing out certain people has been a blessing too. Like I can't sit here and lie and say that certain people that left weren't supposed to leave. So I feel, I just feel like this was just an eye-opening this was just an eye-opening year for me from the time I started this up until now. And I've just been having so many breakthroughs. And I just want to say thank you if you're watching this, you're listening, you're keeping up with me, and you really fuck with me. Like, I feel like it's so hard sometimes to find people that genuinely have your back. You know, not a lot of people have your back. And some people just front like, you know, they are a certain type of way or a certain person when they're not. So I appreciate when people are just genuine, and when you're genuinely just down for the girl, okay? But guys, once again, it's amazing what a year can do. So think about where you were at this time last year and where you're at now, what you accomplished and everything that you did, where you came from, where you're going. Drop in the comments what this past year has done for you, how you're feeling right now in this moment, and just everything, whatever you might have going on, okay? I want to hear about it. And I respond to you guys in the comments, you know. Even if it's days later, I always get to it. So drop in the comments. Make sure to always tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will be back next week as normal. But thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you next week, of course. Peace out.